Stepping off the plane, it's so easy to breathe again. Life in the big city has finally took its toll. And it's been so long, but I'm finally home and what better place to rest my weary bones than on this beautiful island where there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something there to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting. There's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, yes. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, home, home. Sweet Grenada, yeah, this is home.
Welcome, Grenada, Carrico, Pidimonic, and the rest of the world. Welcome to another Mikey Life program, people. This is where it all happens, man. You're going to be told things that you have not heard about yet for the day. It's called News Discussed, Not Told. We ain't telling you what to believe. We ain't telling you nothing. We're just giving you the facts as it is. I want to big up to the people who currently are tuned in on WPG10, boy. Yeah, boy, big up to all these staff at WPG and thing now. Yeah, boy. All the viewers on WPG10 right now, I want to say thank you for choosing WP. Thank you for choosing Mikey Live. The people on YouTube would also like to say thank you and welcome to you as well. And how can we forget those of you who are on Facebook, them troublemakers on Facebook, boy. We want to say blessings to all of all, right? Yeah, man. So, folks, let's talk about what's making the news, all right? Scholarship awardees excited about their future. 200 accidents each month, says police. A truck overturned in Egmont today. Government provides 5 motorcycles for traffic department. We're going to be talking about that. Jamaica artist removed from US show. We are going to tell you about that too, why. A priest straightens up a disruptive pastor during a burial ceremony. Ain't saying, listen, I ain't even making it up. That is some kind of thing you can't make up, people. A priest disciplining a pastor at a funeral service. Among all places, the certain pastor could have chosen to be disruptive. He decided to do so at a funeral. So all you know, play smash up. New easy polymer banknotes to be launched soon. In fact, in June, you'll start to see the $50 notes. Them polymer notes, boy. Yeah, man. It's similar to the Canadian notes, you know, the nice, yeah, man. Why I sold ganja, a teen tells his heartbreaking story. We'll have that and more when we return from our short break. People, share the business. People on Facebook, all share the business. Because when we come back, it's real news in all the Lily Lolo. So brace all yourself, get a coke and ding, and you know how we go organize. We coming back. All you, share the thing, man. Good.
I see trees, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Grenada is the place to be June 7th to 9th for the Grenada Music Festival 2019, featuring the legendary Freddie Jackson, the talented Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen from Canada, Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kimani Marley, Patrice Roberts, Tedison John, Blacks and the All-Stars, Westways, and more. 3 nights of amazing music and great food. GMF 2019, June 7th to 9th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights today.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Is it a bird? It's a plane. No, it's Super Saver. Court Super Saver sale is back with amazing deals of up to 50% off. Shop from Tuesday 28th to Friday 31st May and enjoy super deals on a wide range of items across the store. Offers valid for a limited time. Tuesday 28th to Friday 31st May. Be a Super Saver with up to 50% off. Only at Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
Saturday 8th and Sunday 9 June, it's Whitsuntide Games 2019. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. See participating teams from Trinidad and Tobago, Montserrat, Antigua and Barbuda, Haiti, Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, French Guiana, Guadeloupe, France, and our very own local clubs and schools compete to be Whitsuntide Champion 2019. Game starts at 1 p.m. Admission $20. And coming to perform live at the games, it's the International Westways and Grenada's Group Champion Dash. Saturday 8th and Sunday 9 June, Kirani James Athletic Stadium, Whitsuntide Games 2019.
All right, thank you very much. And folks, we'd like to officially now welcome you back to today's Mikey Live program. You see, all the first time people on the program, I want to say hello to all you. Yeah, all of you who he did the call from a friend or family member and decided to come on the program for the first time, big up all the whole self. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you about, remember, is the good, the bad, and the right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to tell you some of the good things that have been happening, all right? Now, the first story that we have to tell all you about, boys, scholarship awardees. Yeah, son, let me show you them because you might know two of them. If you know them, call it name. All right? If you see anybody you know, 80 students were the most recent recipients of scholarship awards in the sum of approximately US $9.5 million. It's for island scholarships and scholarships to various programs at the St. George's University, the SGU, at an award ceremony held at the Grenada Youth Center in Monroe, St. George's. Now, the ceremony was held on the 16th. The government of Grenada, in partnership with SGU, awarded the scholarships. Now, the awards to St. George's University included 5 for pre-medicine, 24 in the field of medicine, 1 for veterinary medicine, and 2 for Masters in Public Health degree. In the Arts and Science division, 3 awards were presented for bachelor's degree programs in the area of accounting and finance, 8 for biology, 10 for information technology, 4 each for international business and psychology, and 1 each for tourism and hospitality management, sociology, and management. There were 11 recipients for the associate's degree in nursing. Apart from this, there were 6 island scholars awarded. All right. Now, the scholarship recipients, according to this report, were very thankful for the awards and they were excited about their future careers and so on. And I mean, now we were able to get some pictures and things like that, you know. So anyway, right. And the people who made it happen, they are excited too for what is to come in the future. Right? Good. Although we are moving on. How we looking? Right. Although could have give me a little thing in information technology, give me a scholarship too, no? I told for that. If I could maybe I could look at like a younger too, you know. What it is. And there were several pictures, I just chose one, eh? Don't make no pictures, no issue. And I may take all the time. Yeah? Good. Oh yeah. The next thing that we have to tell all about, boy. We're scrolling. Mr. Cox. Minister Cox. Alright? Nolan Cox today welcomed a gold medalist. We're talking about the para-athlete, Aishona Charles. Now she came back in Grenada, boy. So they make sure they had a nice little welcome for her. I ain't making it up. They make sure they had a nice little welcome for her. Yeah? Folks, this is such an interesting story of this young lady. Yeah? She's Grenada's first international para-athlete and she won gold in the women's javelin at the Desert Challenge Games in Arizona, USA. She came back with a coach and thing, Paul Phillip. They said that it was a really proud moment for her, her coach, and all Grenadians. She can be an inspiration for a new generation of athletes throughout the Tri-Island state, they say. We had also the president, Mr. Ray Roberts, of the Grenada Paralympic Committee. And there were some other members and things who showed up. You understand? I just chose one picture. Although this is such an interesting story, boy. Don't make me cry in the program, you know. Yeah? What are you telling me, boy? Sometimes when we lose limbs and sometimes when we have little disabilities and then, you know, we feel like it's the end of the world. And I'm sure she would have gone through a period of doubt, you know, doubting herself and her aspirations and dreams, given her disability. But she persevered. She insisted. And today, look, she has broken down barriers. You understand? And given hope to people who have some sort of struggle. You understand? All the gear clap again on the program. And on another matter, I go say it until all tired me. This is not politics. You see that man on our screen? That's Grenada's next prime minister. And even if it happened when I dead, exhume, dig up my coffin and whisper in me as Mikey the man turned prime minister. Even if I dead. But I'm telling all you, he will. So all I have respect for the man now. Whether he turn a NMP or NDC or GLP or NNN, whatever party, the man will be the leader of the country in some years to come. Alright. Let's see, I don't tell all you. I'll go tell me better. Anyway, let me leave that talk there. And I don't think I ever had a conversation with the man. But I just know. So, one thing that you need to know about is that from time to time, Grenlec does the maintenance and so on, right? And so there's a scheduled maintenance. It's on your screen. You understand? So, here we go. The planned outage for this week. And they're saying that it is to facilitate upgrades. So, we had already covered some days. So for today, well, we could bypass today, right? They had the interruption in Bylands, St. Andrew. Now for tomorrow, Hermitage, Gugu Bailey, all right, St. Patrick, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on Thursday, Buseju Top Hill, Mount Royal, Grand Bay, Mount Pleasant, and Bel Air, all in Carriacou. Now that's going to be from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sunday 2nd, 6 Roads Carriacou, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And they say that you please need to be guided accordingly. Yeah? Good. We are moving on. All you. So the next story that we have to tell you about by the whole thing about the juvenile justice reform. That's the talk of the day now. And they say that they're building on the first juvenile justice reform project. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, through the Juvenile Justice Reform Project Phase 2, targets youth, and these are people between the ages of 18 years and under who are in conflict with the law. That is those who have committed offenses for which they could be prosecuted under the existing legislative framework in countries including Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada. So in an effort to demonstrate their commitment to the cause, the OECS, the USAID, and the government of Grenada signed a memorandum of understanding on Tuesday, that is today, at the Ministry of Infrastructure Development conference room. All right. Now, there was Dr. Dedicus Jules and them, and they were doing the signing and stuff like that. Now, we have a detailed report on that in the national report, so I do not want to elaborate on that too much because it's going to come back later on in the national report. All right, good. How we looking? All you. A truck overturned today in I posted it already on the site for those of you who want to see it. In the area of Egmont. You know, I really thought I put up a picture there for all, but it's small thing. In the Egmont area, boy. Now, according to sources, the incident happened around, let me see, around 3 o'clock. It appeared that like the truck was carrying some sort of load or whatever it is, and you know, Egmont has some hill and things like that. And it so happened that, well, the truck didn't make it. So it came tumbling back down the hill. You understand? Now, according to sources, there was no serious injuries reported. You know what? Let me just get a picture for you, right? There were no serious injuries as a result of this incident. Now, what police is saying, we have been recording a lot of incidents like that, a lot of crashes and so on. Now, according to one report, there are about 200 accidents per month being recorded here in Grenada. Some more serious than others. But what? You're here, 200 people. And for some, they don't find that alarming. People, you would still drive. the road tonight or tomorrow and see people driving like if they don't read the news. You understand? You see people driving like they don't see what's going on out there, people. And we're not saying we're not talking about this specific incident here. All we're saying is we just have too much accidents on the road, man. Too many. You understand? Too many of it, people. Yeah? Yeah, no star. So going back to this particular one now, they say no serious injuries was reported. So at least that's good. You know what I mean? But I don't know how the government or the police or anybody, I don't know how we can address this, because it has to do with human behavior. How do we plan? How do we plan for that kind of thing? You understand? So it's hard. It's really hard, man. So anyway, maybe I'll talk there. I could go. I could move on. So that was today. All right, we are moving on. The next thing that we have to tell all you know, government say that they're organizing some motorcycles for the Royal Grenada Police Force. So today they had a nice like handing over ceremony and then kind of business. They say it's additional equipment for the Royal Grenada Police Force to enhance the operation, particularly of the traffic department. So the Minister for National Security, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, he was there and he made a handover and he rev up the engine on one of them bike. Yeah, he go and he do the handover and things like that. But again, we will have a more detailed report for you on this in the national report. We don't want to do no double business on the business, right? Good. Olio, I don't know if Olio heard that, boy, but former Prime Minister of Jamaica, Edward Seaga, died today on his birthday, on his 89th birthday, you know. So he died the day he was born. He's on record as Jamaica's 5th Prime Minister, serving from 1980 to 1989. See, he was also the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party from 1974 to 2005. You know, he was ailing for some time. See, he died while surrounded by family and thing. Grenada's Prime Minister paid tribute to him. You know, he said it is with great sadness that I learned of the passing of former Jamaican Prime Minister Edward Seaga. He says, I must express my deepest condolences to his family and to the people of Jamaica who have lost one of the great contributors to the island's rich history. According to Dr. Mitchell, when I entered the political arena back in 1984, Mr. Seaga was serving as Prime Minister of Jamaica at the time. As a new kid on the block then, I remembered looking to leaders like him who had more experience on the political stage. I am immensely grateful for the words of advice that he shared with younger politicians like myself. You understand? Yeah, boy. So, yeah, Papa. So he gone. You know. In fact, it's ironic that one of the major news outlets in Jamaica this morning, early morning this morning, wrote Edward Seaga 89 not out. So what they are saying is that he has celebrated his 89th birthday today, still alive and well. That's what they meant in the report. But it was just a few hours later, same news outlet had to come back to say, well, he passed away. While we're on Jamaica, boy. While we're on Jamaica, history is repeating itself for Sizzla Kalonji for the 2nd year in a row. He is under attack for a California gay rights from a California gay rights group. Yeah, They say that he has been booted from this year's Reggae on the River lineup. All right. Interestingly, he was the headliner for the 2016 staging. Yeah? They say he was dropped from the lineup this time around due to his history of homophobic slurs. Papayo. All I gotta do is groan. We moving on here, Papa. Let me let them people throw where I see it to here. Ain't troubling that one at all. Although a priest has straightened up a very disruptive pastor during a burial ceremony in St. Lucia. Yeah, very interesting, you know. One religious leader versus another. No, they didn't pelt punch. Nah, he didn't get there, but I just thought it was a very interesting story to tell. Here's HTS News Force on that development.
It is an all too common call by officiating priests and pastors appealing to funeral goers to show respect to the grieving families by ceasing excessive and loud talking. But this one stands out for two main reasons. The community of Denry North was holding the second of two funerals for the young men Dexter Wayne Smith and Javon Lewis, who had died in a collision on Saturday, May 11th at Richford Dennery. Following a few failed attempts to say prayers without disruption at the gravesite, one of the priests seems to have lost his cool.
You who are blessed, the people who are not here to assist the prayers, you can go. The people who are here to disturb the prayers, you can leave. This is a Christian thing.
But he appears particularly disturbed by one of the persons disrupting the prayers. A pastor of all persons, he said.
If you do not know your rights, I know my rights. It is against the law of St. Lucia to disturb any religious proceedings. I know my rights as a priest. You're a pastor, you should behave your damn self.
Eventually shamed into silence and expression of knowledge of the law, the service continued with minimum disruption. And the young man was finally laid to rest in peace.
Shut your mouth.
Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
Whoa, yo, that pastor is paper. That priest is paper. So how come he doesn't get priest so? When they bring down them priests, when they importing priests. Yeah, I mean, anyway, let me that talk before I get in trouble, eh? Next thing they drop me from the show. I ain't going to let that talk. Folks, let me go again. How we looking? Only the night going nice, man. How we looking? Only the next thing I have to tell all about. There's a video surfacing. Well, have surfaced showing some really interesting stuff. A man who has recently been killed in St. Lucia. Now you hear Spanish-speaking people holding a gun to his head. Like how they hold gun to, what is his name again? Marlon and them. I know how that case going by. Well, let me call the police and ask them, what's the new development with Marlon case? What's the police number? Hold on. I will talk about that just now. Alright, so anyway, big up Marlon. Marlon meet me in Grenville, they say, you know who I is? I say, no, yeah, my Marlon, man. So anyway, people, interesting video, interesting development. We're going to tell you about that. We're also going to tell you about a story of a young boy who was caught by police selling drugs. And he said he has to sell drugs because his family is sick, his grandmother is sick, he has to see after his siblings, and his dad is nowhere around. So he has to provide for his family. So what he chose to do, sell marijuana. We're going to tell you about that. We have other things to tell you about too. But here we go, let me drink a coke now, and let me come back to the business. Hold on, steady.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Experience convenient and affordable learning with online and blended higher education programs from the UWI Open Campus. Access our quality assured degrees, diplomas, and continuing and professional education programs at a pace designed to suit your lifestyle. Ask about our prior learning assessment, which credits previous learning experience and fast tracks the completion of your degree. Own your future. Apply today. For more information, visit www.open.uwi.edu. The UWI Open Campus, opening doors to life-changing learning.
Grenada is the place to be June 7th to 9th for the Grenada Music Festival 2019, featuring the legendary Freddie Jackson, the talented Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen from Canada, Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kimani Marley, Patrice Roberts, Hedison John, Blacks and the All-Stars, Wes Ways, and more. 3 nights of amazing music and great food. GMF 2019, June 7th to 9th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights today.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rate in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Is Is it a bird? It's a plane. No, it's Super Saver. Court Super Saver sale is back with amazing deals of up to 50% off. Shop from Tuesday 28 to Friday 31st May and enjoy super deals on a wide range of items across the store. Offers valid for a limited time. Tuesday 28 to Friday 31st May. Be a Super Saver with up to 50% off. Only at Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
All right, so we're coming back with you right now, okay? Welcome back, folks. Right, we have a drink and we fix up with stuff. Let me go again now. More news in all of the Okay, so I was telling you about the video boy surfacing or has surfaced on social media with a man who was just killed, gagged, tied up. Now they don't understand what's going on because the people who are speaking in the video are speaking a different language. You understand? But police are trying to put the pieces together in St. Lucia. We told you about this incident the other day, but now this is an update on that particular incident by the folks again at HTS News Force.
The video of the now deceased Christopher Bigger Hippolyte, bound and gagged, continues to stir up strong sentiments among social media users. In the video, he's surrounded by a group of persons, all speaking Spanish. It is not known whether Hippolyte spoke or understood Spanish.
Este es el hombre que recibió las 20, ¿entiende? Que tenía que dársela a Jill, ¿entiende?
There are some threatening signs as well.
Y el problema entre Jill y él que Jill no lo entregó, ¿entiende? Eso es lo que está pasando.
Aunque sea la cabeza, te mandamos en una cava.
¿Entiendes? Tú oyes lo que está hablando tu pana.
Aunque sea la cabeza, amigo, le mandamos en una cava, pero para eso estamos los venezolanos, para apoyarnos, no vamos a seguir.
One can only guess what is going through his mind at this time. He is hardly able to communicate. Are these the people who killed him? Did he suspect that he would have been killed? At this point, he is unable to communicate. It seems to have passed the stage of any compromise. What went wrong between he and the Spanish-speaking persons, well, that's better left to social media pundits and the investigators.
Mismo, él va a estar así, ahora vamos por más y Lubio le quitamos las cosas, pero como veo que él está un poquito como mierda, hay que amarrar también a Lubio.
But why would a person making such a video release it? In the dark underworld, it is not uncommon for such signals to be sent as a warning to others.
Porque se va la mujer de Lubio también embarazada. Hoy no se va a mover a más nadie porque hay mucha policía hoy en la calle. No se va a mover a más.
On the night of the 21st of May, Christopher Bigger Hippolyte's body was found on the road at Ansgale, about a mile south of the village of Ancillary. He had been shot in the head 3 times. When found, he was untied and unbound. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
Yeah, somebody said they could translate. Well, yeah, translate for the benefit of those who are on the program. Yeah, write it out and see what it was saying now, what it is. All right, so all you, now the next thing that I want to tell all you about, boy, is that young boy who got himself in trouble and claims that he was doing what he was doing because of his family. A teenager, he told the court that he sold marijuana to support his ailing grandmother and his 3 younger siblings. His name is Odell Charles. His mother passed away. His father was not in his life. His grandmother has kidney problems and he takes care of his 3 siblings. This is what the court was told about this young man. Now, according to reports in the court, they say that the police, they went on the scene wherever they found him, and they say he was behaving kind of suspicious, avoiding eye contact with the police and fidgeting a bit. And they say when they really check him out and they made a little search under a galvanized, under a piece of galvanized sheet, he had some marijuana. And he told the police, boss, I selling that to mind my family. They say that the drugs weighed about 20 grams. Now, the teenager worked as a vendor and took care of his siblings, ages 14, 12, and 6. Yeah. Now, according to the young boy's attorney, they say that he that's what he does for a living. He does whatever he has to take care of his family. It is the first time that a young boy has been before the court. He was fined $1,200 and was given 28 days to pay, or he will serve 3 months in prison. No star. They still drop the book on him, you know. $1,200 to pay. You understand? Given 28 days to pay it, or he will serve 3 months in prison. I guess as much the magistrate will believe him, because I find that one, you know, that one different, boy. You understand? So anyway, lately that talk, you know. Also, what we want to tell all about, boys, is that the EC polymer notes we've been teasing enough, and we need to tell you about that in terms of what you can expect with the EC polymer notes. All right. This is a report from St. Lucia, a very good report, but it actually applies to Grenada just the same way.
New Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB polymer $50 banknotes will be in circulation in June 2019. The banknotes are produced from a thin, transparent and flexible film. According to ECCB's resident representative Sharon Ferdinand, the new notes are resistant to dirt and moisture and also water.
Polymer, because polymer is stronger, it's safer and it's cleaner. It's stronger in that it doesn't tear easy, it does not crumble and easy. It's safer in that it's more difficult to counterfeit, so we won't have that issue, you know. And it is cleaner in that it's more hygienic. You can wipe it clean. It's wet, it gets wet, you just wipe it and you're good to go. You throw it down in the gutter, you don't have to leave it there. You can pick it up, wipe it off, and you're good to go.
Ferdinand says while most of the notes will retain the same color, there will be some notable changes on the $50 and $100 banknotes. Additionally, the notes will be read from top to bottom as opposed to left to right.
The 5 is still green, the 10 is still blue, the 20 is still, well, I call it pink, but it's still, right? The 50 is still orange and the 100 is still gray. But we've made some changes on the 50 and the 100. The 50 now has the portrait of Sir Cade White Venner, and the 100 has Sir Arthur Lewis and the Pitons. Yes. Now, the other changes that you will note with this new currency is our existing money, you read from left to right. So it has a horizontal orientation. With our new currency notes, the orientation is vertical. Right? So top to bottom, from top to bottom.
The polymer notes will also be difficult to counterfeit with a new holographic foil with more advanced security features. Provisions have also been made for the blind and visually impaired.
The tactile feature on all the notes. And what do I mean by the tactile feature? The raised bumps in different shapes, triangle, circle, a square, a rectangle, that they can feel, and it tells them which denomination that they have, that they are holding. So now they don't need, that gives them a level of independence, makes it safer for them. You know, they don't need to depend on you to tell them that they want a 20 and they have to open their wallet and expose everything to you. They can do that for themselves now, feel the money for themselves. And we're very, 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 happy that we were able to do this and include and give the blind and the visually impaired some sort of independence.
Both the paper and polymer banknotes will be in circulation at the same time, with the paper notes to be phased out gradually.
We're not flooding the markets with everything, and that is because the existing notes are still legal tender. Right? We're not recalling anything. They will coexist with the new notes. So everybody has their supply of existing notes they would have had, and they have their limits and everything. So we're not just saying bring all to central bank now and we will give you the new notes. As the existing notes come in, then we issue more.
The new EC $50 banknotes will be followed by the $10, $20, and $100 banknotes in August, September, and the $5 notes in June 2020. Resident Representative Sharon Ferdinand says the move is more cost-effective for the ECCB, which means that notes will last longer in circulation. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.
Thank you very much, Gina. Folks, what do you think about that, huh? Yes, everything that she says applies to Grenada as well. We take a break and we return with the National Report.
The countdown is on to Grenada's most exciting music festival. Friday, 7th June is Sol EC Limited Rhythm and Soul Night with Carrie Hilson, the legendary Freddie Jackson, Eddie Bullen, and Jefferson Ramirez. Saturday, 8th June is Wester Hall Rum Reggae Fest featuring Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kimani Marley, Tamara St. Bernard, and more. The festival climaxes on Sunday, 9th June with a George F. Huggins Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Tennyson John and Blacks, Patrice Roberts, West Ways, Jab King, and more. Gates open 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m. Advance tickets $80 Friday and Saturday, $60 on Sunday, and are available island-wide. Limited VIP and season tickets at Grenada Optical and GoToFet.com. Grenada Music Festival 2019. Get your tickets today. Sponsors: Silver Sands Grenada, Hennessy, the Antillian Group, Coca-Cola, St. George's University, Glen Elch Springwater, and Netherlands Insurance.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Thank you very much. And folks, it is now time for the National Report.
Grenada signs MOU to embark on Phase 2 of Juvenile Justice Reform Project. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, May 28th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. A project implementation consulting team has been engaged to support Grenada and other OECS member states in developing the procedures, policies, assessment of programs, and staff capacity building geared towards changing the approach towards juvenile justice. The Grenada Government, OECS Commission, and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, committed to the second phase of the Juvenile Justice Reform Project in Grenada on Tuesday morning through the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding. JJRP2 seeks to strengthen juvenile justice systems to promote the rehabilitation and reintegration back into the society of youth in conflict with the law. Delroy Louison has the details.
Building on the first Juvenile Justice Reform Project, The Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, through the Juvenile Justice Reform Project Phase 2, targets youth aged 18 and under who are in conflict with the law, that is, those who have committed offenses for which they could be prosecuted under the existing legislative framework in countries including Antigua, Barbuda, Dominica, St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada. Therefore, in an effort to demonstrate their commitment to the cause, the OECS, the USAID, and the government of Grenada signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Tuesday at the Ministry of Infrastructure Development conference room. Addressing members of the media, Director General of the OECS Commission, Dr. Didicus Jules, underscored the importance of prevention in the Juvenile Justice Reform Project.
Sometimes we measure things by what they've achieved, but there are instances also where we need to assess things not only by what they have achieved, but by what they have avoided. And I think our engagement in this sector with USAID, with the JJRP, is a classical example of this. Because it is not just about finding alternative ways of dealing with youth in conflict with the law, but doing that in a way that ensures that they do not fall back into a cycle of crime, punishment, and recidivism that results in a deepening cycle of crime and criminality.
Principal Officer of the United States Embassy Grenada, Mr. Stephen Fram, speaks of the importance of reform as opposed to punishment for youth in conflict with the law.
Experience has shown that punishment alone does not change offending behavior. In fact, it sometimes reinforces it. The work required to make reform efforts successful is difficult and requires the efforts of many partners working together.
Minister for Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment, Honorable Delma Thomas, says the rehabilitation and reintegration of youth into society will require all hands on deck.
We look forward to support that will provide, through Phase 2 in particular, the development of programs for juveniles and strengthening of staff capacity to work with children in conflict with the law. We waited long for this occasion as it demonstrates the commitment of all of us to work in the best interest of our children.
This project will continue to introduce and implement a number of reform measures, which will result in more modernized systems of youth justice in the Caribbean region, and will involve continued specialized training for practitioners and policymakers, the updating of laws, regulations, policies, and protocols for the treatment of youth in conflict with the law. For the National Report, I'm Delroy Louison.
The government of Grenada has provided additional equipment for the Royal Grenada Police Force to enhance the operation of the Traffic Department. Prime Minister and Minister for National Security, Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, on Tuesday handed over keys for 5 new motorcycles to Assistant Commissioner of Police Jesmond Prince. In making the presentation, Dr. Mitchell said it is recognition of the serious problem we face with traffic and traffic violations in Grenada. He says the Ministry of National Security and the RGPF have been examining ways to confront the problem.
We also have a problem of, to some extent, in a level of irresponsible activities on our roads through the length and breadth of the country. We have to agree on that, because I, as a citizen myself, have witnessed that level of what almost I call craziness. Some of us use our vehicle almost like weapons on the road, a danger to ourselves and to members of the community. In fact, the steps that we are taking is basically to save some of us from ourselves.
The Prime Minister is optimistic that the use of the motorcycles and the initiative to introduce traffic wardens will bring about the desired result of helping to address the traffic-related problems being experienced across the country. Welcoming the timely donation, Acting Commissioner of Police ACP Prince said the new bikes will definitely help officers in the execution of their duties.
I can assure you, sir, that these motorcycles will be used effectively to assist us in managing our traffic situation in Grenada. So you would not be disappointed.
Newly installed officer in charge of the traffic department, Superintendent Randy Connaught, said the donation is an indication of government's commitment to managing the volume of traffic and incidents along public roads. He too pledged that the new bikes will be effectively used.
The traffic department, as I indicated, is delighted to have these motorcycles added to our fleet of assets. Obviously, the motorcycles that we engage right now, they're pretty much aging motorcycles. And to combat the volume or the veracity that we have seen on the streets with respect to indiscretion as it relates to parking, the volume of traffic, and the congestion overall that has been created is a national security issue. Citizen safety is high on the agenda in going forward, and we do intend to deploy these motorcycles right up the handover here this morning. They are pretty much already assigned, and from the get-go, they will be hitting the ground running.
During Tuesday's presentation ceremony, Woman Detective Constable Chanel Cummings was presented with an award by National Security Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. She copped the award as Top Caribbean Crime Fighter in the Amalgamated Security Services Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police Regional Recognition Awards Program for Public Law Enforcement. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fetes, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Continuing the news, with more than 200 athletes already registered, sporting enthusiasts can look forward to a weekend of keen athletic rivalry in the 2019 Whitsuntide Games scheduled for June 8th and 9th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Speaking at the weekly post-cabinet briefing, Sports Minister Senator Nolan Cox says more than 100 local athletes will participate in the Games, building on the success of the 2019 Carifta Games.
Currently, we have over 230-something athletes who have already registered to come in. That is separating apart from our national team. And I think more registrations are currently ongoing. From the national team side, we have about 100 and something athletes who will be partaking. So a lot of our athletes from overseas will be here as well to represent Grenada. We would have Lyndon, of course, will be here. I think Josh is already here. Kurt will be here. Kurt Modest, Mark and Felix. A number of persons will be here to participate.
The 4x4 relay, which will feature our local athletes competing against the Trinidad and Tobago relay team, will be one of the major highlights of the Games.
One of the highlight for us would be our 4x4 relay team, national relay team. We have been talking about this for a number of years. We believe that we have what it takes to represent in that category at the international level. So our national 4x4 relay team will be competing against the Trinidad and Tobago relay team in an effort to qualify for World Champions in Doha later on this year, which is September and October.
Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell has hailed former Jamaican Prime Minister Edward Seaga as one of the great contributors of his island's rich history. His comment was contained in a statement following the passing of the former Jamaican leader on Tuesday at the age of 89. Dr. Mitchell's statement read in part, and I quote, "When I entered the political arena back in 1984, Mr. Seaga was serving as Prime Minister of Jamaica at the time.
Thank you very much, Leslie-Ann. And that's where we're going to bring an end to the national report. Earlier on, we told you about the very comments and release that was sent out by the Prime Minister with regards to the death of former Prime Minister Edward Seaga. We had some rain today, and it's still a bit overcast. I'm not sure if we're going to get some more rain tonight, and if we do, well, thank God for that. There is some rain in the forecast. Winds are expected to be just about 8 kilometers per hour, humidity 90%, precipitation 85%. So there is some in the forecast, some rain predicted. All right, according to this forecast, the minimum temperature for tonight is expected to be just around 26 degrees Celsius. Folks, that's as far as I can go for tonight. I would like to thank you for joining us on Mikey Live. Everybody who are usually on the program all the time, every night, Deslin and Eunice and Noreen and Angel and Rolanda, Ala, and the whole crew, I would like to say thank you for joining us here on Mikey Live. Mishi and everyone else, Camille and the crew, thank you for joining us. Noreen, I see you. All right, guys, Ashomin and everyone else, thank you. And we're going to be back tomorrow, God's willing. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, yeah. No, the folks viewing on WPG10, thank you for logging on to WPG. And don't forget, same time, same place for Mikey Live tomorrow, God's willing. God bless you. Good night. God bless you. Good night. All right, guys, good night for real. All right, I'm gone. Take care. Goodbye.